I just ran into my mans. Bam. You gonna be happy with me, bro?
Right there, what's going on? What's the word? What's the word? Boy, look at you got a job full of that shit. Say, get right.
Yo, you got fans, bro.
They thought about me out there.
Yo, you got fans. My man said, I got something for Get Right, son. He say, plants rule, man. How you been?
Hey, plants rule, man. Look at that. Look at. See, I rolled this little piece up, and I was smoking. I was up here working. I needed some motivation. See, that shit there, the green, the vegetable, the plants, they motivate me to come out here. Like, if I eat a gang of meat, you know, all depends on what kind of meat it is. It make me all lazy. It make me.
I'm the same way. I can't eat that shit no more, man.
Yeah, it make me want to get physical and shit. Like, you know, if I eat a lot of meat, I get physical. But if as long as I go with the plants, I come out here and get physical like this.
Right.
This is my workout station right here. I'm over here in the yellow over here. It ain't like I'm yellow, you know, like scared or nothing.
Hey, right, I got a question for you.
All right.
The coronavirus, I be out on the road a lot, right?
Right.
And I got to switch my hustle up. I'm a road dog now.
Right.
And I came up with this candle, right? It's called Black Ash. You know that smell called Black Ice, right?
Black ice, yeah.
What
yeah.
you know about Black Ice?
Well, black ice, like, you know, like, that shit, like, will kill. Like, black ice, like, in the snow.
No, not that Black Ice. I'm talking about the air freshener to go in the car, right?
Oh, I ain't up on that too good. But look here, I do know, like, on the road, like, you be on the road, you got to be masked up. You see people be riding in their car, they don't have masks on in the car. Only when they get out, because that's where all the pollution is out here.
Right.
See, I noticed the buses be running, they just sit there and run the car, especially come around me.
Would you buy one of my candles if I put them out there like that?
Yes, sir. I want you over here. They got out here selling these masks. They got people on the corner selling masks, like for what? I guess they're gonna stand on the corner. You better have some masks. Motherfuckers in them cars, they zooming and putting out oxide and fucking up the ozone, and they talking about climate change, shit, global warming. That's what it doing. All the emissions coming, you know, getting into the air. You know, like everybody got a car here. Like I ain't got none, so I'm not contributing to it.
Do you know Dave Chappelle?
David Chappelle, like, you know, I look at him, you know, like, see him, like, he be entertaining, he be having good guests on the show and shit.
Yo, he's a funny dude, man. He walked some years ago. I was doing a show with him. He walked away from 50 million, right? He didn't feel right. He didn't feel like he was being treated right. He came back. Now he making 20 million in Netflix special. I did a podcast the other day, and I started talking about you, man. And he is a huge fan of yours, bro.
Well, tell him, like, look at it, man, they got me in the pool house down here, man. See, I didn't know what I was going to do. I was going to have to hustle and get some money.
But you good now.
Yeah, I got some green, but I'm going to have to get some, you know, something to eat later on, you know, like put something in my pocket up, you know.
Right.
I was out here working out, like, ain't damn motherfucker came over here. They come by and look at me, Peter gazing and all kind of shit. But ain't damn motherfucker put nothing in the hat.
I ain't doing that. What would you have? Well, if you could say something to Dave Chappelle, what would you say?
Hey, man, like, you know, just keep doing what you're doing, man. Like, you know, if you got a gripe about, if you turn a large sum of chips down like that to do the right thing, then, like, you know, that money was poison anyway.
Yo.
That money was poison. Walk away from that shit. He got blessed. When he did that, he got blessed even better, you know.
And you know what? I told him when I talk about you, I said, you my angel, bro. I don't never know when I'm going to see you again. But I'm almost happy when I see you, bro.
Yeah, but see, they don't know. Look at, they come out here. They don't know. I disappeared up here for a few days. I guess they thought I was in jail or somebody done killed me or some shit. But I'm still standing. See, that's my parade, though.
Yeah, oh.
That's my parade.
That's your parade?
Yeah, when they do that like that, around me, when I say something like that. See, I disappeared for a few days. Now they got the money truck up here. They finna line it up and try to ease out of here with the money.
Chappelle disappeared for 12 years. He came back bigger and stronger, man. You a testament of that type of integrity.
See, I'm the same kind of guy. You know, I walk away from this and that and come right on back, you know, like, you know, pick up where I left off at. You know, it don't make no difference. Money don't. Like, as long as I got God, like, sitting there next to me, God sent me one of his best angels down here. From the Donnell Rawlings show. Down here with one of the best gifts God could have sent down here.
That's it, Green Guru got you, bro.
Look at that. Say, get right.
That's your old shit.
And say, get right. Get
All
right.
right.
All right.
Love you, get right.
All right, then.
Hold on. Yes, sir.
Yo,
Can we get a picture? Yo, can I get a picture with you?
yo,
I got you.
Man, yo,
in the wake of Corona, a motherfucker had a half a gallon of Pharrell and started shooting the whole spot up. Oh, son, drop a beat, drop a bomb on that. Different platforms. I had Dave Chappelle on a FaceTime with Michelle Wolf, and then DJ Premier and RZA are on here. Dave Chappelle calls me. He said he wants to get on RZA's live. I'm like, nigga, get an Instagram. Get an Instagram. He can't do it. I'm trying to troubleshoot it. Just texted RZA, told him Dave wants to bust in. I don't know what's going to happen.
I can get on.
What?
Take off your Bluetooth and I can do it on my phone.
All right, take off the Bluetooth. We're taking my Bluetooth off. We're going to do this because I want y'all to know. I want y'all to be in the moment. I'm off. Go now and bring it up. This is what's going on right now in New York City. In New York City with two of the most gangster motherfucking DJs and producers of all time, DJ Premier and RZA. Do we got any of that audio? I can't hear it. Oh my God. And I've been drinking Tito's. Will this be the worst, best podcast?
It's your phone.
Turn it down.
It's your phone.
Yo, fuck that, RZA. Nobody want to hear that. Hello? Yeah, RZA. Oh, we ain't gonna be able to play too, but they gonna copyright. Y'all know it's getting down, yo. That's one thing I like about the whole social media thing, is getting these battles. Pause it, because we can't do that. Pause it. You getting battles. DJ Premier, the RZA. Dave Chappelle is aggressively trying to get up on their shit, and he can't do anything about it. Go back to it. Let me see what they're playing right now. I don't want to break any copyright joints, but how many people, I know y'all saw this or y'all heard it.
190,000 people are on right
190,000, stop it. All right. Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Ooh, baby, I like it raw. You know how that is dated? It's because Raw is dead. With Covey out? Because one thing to go raw dog like bong, bong, bong. Shout out to RZA. It's another one to go like a kiss. A kiss? Yo, we got kisses could kill a nigga now. See what they playing right now. What they doing right now. Oh, baby, I like it. Kind of raw.
People don't speak English. They know the lyrics in English.
Yo, listen to
one
this.
of the most incredible records, man. Well, you did your thing with Old Dirty, for real.
Premier giving a legend.
We're going to keep it Brooklyn.
Let's go, Brooklyn.
Okay.
How much can we play? Let's go. Ha. Oh, Biggie. All right, stop it, because we're going to get our copyright. It's going to be over. All right. Can't play that. Can we play that? We probably can get over there. That's a battle. What battle y'all want to see? Anybody? I don't know if comedians have done this, and this is like a straight up. This is going to be a weird podcast. But what battle would you want to see? Me and Michael Blackson, Lil Duval, Mike Epps and somebody, or Ricky Smiley and somebody. We could do this. We could do this in so many different ways. I'm trying to get. I don't know if I can do that. That's not going to happen. Can you get your mic back? Give me some sanitizer, nigga. Don't just ask for your mic back. Give me the squirt up. You are so disrespectful. This is the worst goddamn. Take that. Now take your mic back. Take your mic back right now. All right. So what we're going to try to do. Dave Chappelle wanted me to get him on the RZA DJ Premier.
It says SD card has limited space remaining.
On what? On the Rodecaster? Mm-hmm. So this is the shortest, quickest podcast ever? Huh?
It says limited space remaining.
So limited space remaining.
Let's clap it up.
All right. Nigga, we ain't got no more space in our card. Nigga, dump that shit. We coming right back. Y'all want to put the poster back up? They want me. They want the poster back up, right? They want the poster back up, right? They want the poster get.
Yeah. Sit down.
No, who is this?
Sit down. Sit down.
Okay.
Oh,
Are we good?
I miss seeing you on stage. Don't you miss the stage?
What'd you say?
I said I miss seeing you on stage. Don't you miss the stage?
I do miss the stage. Hold on, let me end this. I do miss the stage. I miss live performances. The last performance I had, the last performance I had, it was at the Pabst Theater in Milwaukee. Is it Milwaukee? Yep, yeah, it was the Pabst Theater. And it was the last, and it's the funny thing about it because this was when Corona was like, and it's not going to be a whole Corona episode or whatever, this one it was just popping. This one you could still make a Chinese joke when nobody tripping. And I'm going to tell you, it was just popping so much that we ordered mad Chinese food, wasn't nobody even mad at it. Like they had so much Chinese food, Pabst Theater has one of the dopest green rooms ever. The whole shit, barista, yeah. They had that. They had people bringing us food every night. So like staff from the restaurant. It was dope. And this was the last night. And we didn't even know how serious the Corona was. We were still making like crazy jokes. Like Ashley Barnhill, she's one of the opening acts for Dave Chappelle. She's been working with him for years. And we saw her, she had her backpack like 4 rolls of toilet paper. It was like, damn, bitch, what did you eat?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got the runs or whatever. But she knew, and a lot of white people knew before a lot of black people, they knew this shit was coming.
Yeah, I think that's your
And
favorite.
she knew it was coming. We had no idea. We cracked jokes. I did not know, and this was like, we're in the 5th week of it really popping off. I had no idea that would be my last stand-up show, not knowing what my next stand-up show would be. And as much as I like the opportunity to be able to do the internet, the online joint, the Zoom and all that type shit, I miss live performances. And more than that, I miss being with my crew.
Yeah.
I miss being with the people that I dream with, people that inspire me, the people that motivate me, people that I looked up to. Like, I just missed the whole shit. And anybody know, they always like, he's always talking about Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle is one of my closest fucking friends. He's not just a person I work with. He's one of my closest friends. He's a person, like, when I have issues in my relationship and shit, and I want to just freak the fuck out. And I'm older than Dave, but he always has, like, an older wisdom when I'm ready, like, to be just like, And on the other side, somebody ready to be, He always finds a common ground to calm me down and cool. This is my friend.
Awesome.
Not just like you guys work together. No. We've been to weddings together. We've been to funerals together. We've traveled together. We've been on private jets together. He paid for it. Always, nigga. I make a good salary, but that jet life, nigga, that
Whole nother
jet
level?
Yo, the jet life is a whole different level. And this dude jets everywhere. Like, some motherfuckers jet, like, West Coast. Like, most, like, jetters. Coast to coast. This nigga one time jetted from, like Yellow Springs, Ohio to Dayton, Ohio.
What is that, 5 miles away?
Yo, I'm telling you, this motherfucker jetted one time. Literally, the driving time was an hour and a half. The flight was 15 minutes. And I'm not a jetter. I'm not used to jetting like that. So when I get a jet, nigga, I want all the jet shit they got for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like this. I want coffee. I want drinks and everything. I'm the only nigga. We went up for 15 minutes. By the time we got down, I was lit. They was like, what happened? I was like, I got my jet on. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you call balling on a budget.
Yeah.
But the reason I'm saying is like we do family stuff together. Like our families know each other's family. You know, when I did TLC's Project Dad,
Yeah.
the show I did, and the premise of the show was that they take 3 celebrity dads, and they leave them with their kids for 48 to 72 hours alone with no help from mom.
Oh wow.
DJ Scribbles was on that. It was a very popular soap star. Daniel something. I feel so bad that I don't know his last name now, but those are the 3 celebrities. I know people are like this. What were you doing on Donnell? And they put them with their kids for 48 hours to 72 hours alone by themselves. It was testing for everybody. Daniel, his kids, I think at the time were like 12 and like 13 or like 9 and 11. And then Scribbles, 3 kids. And they were all like in school. I had a motherfucking newborn. Not a newborn, but Austin was probably like a year and something.
Wow.
So maybe like a year and something. And it was going to be, I didn't know how to be a dad.
Yeah.
But the only thing that I had a problem with, because I was like, if she leave, it'll be okay. But Stephanie was breastfeeding, or Austin was breastfeeding off of her titties. And you talk about how kids get to fall in love with their parents. Breastfeeding, that's the best. The breastfeeding is the best thing you can do for a kid.
Yeah.
It might not be the best thing for the mom, because for you to breastfeed, you gotta be about that life. You gotta commit, because you get one bad latch. All it takes is one bad latch before formula is coming on. You know what I'm saying? Like they got classes to, like you gotta, like, I really respect women that breastfeed, because it's not just like on TV, it's like, oh, it's so, no, it's like, oh, nigga,
Yeah,
what
like
the
a
fuck?
Oof.
But one thing it do is it gets you snatched, as they say.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because that it draws your stuff back up. But it's not just that; it's a commitment. Because it's so easy to say, "Oh, women quit." It's so easy to be like, "Oh no, he didn't latch on." No, you gotta suck it up.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta suck it up, and you gotta do it. And then you always have, like, when it comes to relationship, with a relationship, your wife, baby mom, whatever, and the breastfeeding thing, women, it can cause a lot of problems in relationships, because
What type of problem?
I'm gonna tell you the problem is, Austin ain't gotta latch onto my chest.
Right.
I ain't gotta deal with the pain. I ain't gotta deal with the commitment. You know what I'm saying? But I know as a father and as a man, you know, it's called liquid gold. It's the best thing you could do for your kid. It helps them with the immune system. It's just the best thing all the way around. But the thing is that men, we don't got to take the bad latch.
Yeah.
Women have to. So our frustration comes in. They're like this, I ain't doing that shit. That shit hurt. And we be like this, we can do it. They like this, nigga, who is we? These my titties.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and then the argument and the beef comes in because women get upset with their husband, their man, whatever. It's like, he don't care about me. No, we care about you, but we want to do the best thing we can do for our kid.
Yeah.
So if the doctors say the best thing you do for your kid is to breastfeed, we don't want to hear about the pain.
Right. You just want it to
We
happen.
want to. It's not being insensitive. It's like this, man. If I could breastfeed, I would do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you can't. And that's what was I?
Well, we were talking about Dave and his participation in the Project Dad.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. His participation in Project Dad. The point I was trying to make, Dave don't do anything he don't want to do.
Yeah.
You know, and I wanted him to be a part of the show. It just been cool. The producers wanted him more than I wanted. I would never do anything to jeopardize my friendship or push that shit.
Yeah.
You know, and I was telling them that. They was like, you're cool with Dave. That's your boy. I was like, listen, Dave don't do a lot of things. If I said, we do have a friendship. If I ask him, if he says yes, he's going to do it. You
What's
know
the
what I'm
most memorable moment you have with him?
saying? I want to finish that one first.
Okay.
When I told the producers, I was like, Dave, this is the character he has. He'll tell you straight up. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. If I don't say I'm going to do it, probably won't do it. But he said he was going to do it. He told me, he gave me his word.
Mm-hmm.
The producers wanted well, can he sign this? I was like, what? Sign, nigga. The nigga walk away for $50 million. You think he give a fuck about your fucking punk ass show? And what I was trying to tell him was, you know, like the show was a show about me and my son. I really didn't need it, but I know it would have added a nice little thing. And I said, you know, your best bet, if he said this is the dope motherfucker he is. He was doing shows in England, right? He said, I'm going to do it. And I hadn't heard from him in a while, but he said he was going to do it. But I'm telling him, he said he's going to do it. He was like, what does that mean? I was like, motherfucker, he said he's going to do it. Mm-hmm. I was like, the minimum y'all could do is just like, it's Dave Chappelle, one of the biggest names in the history of comedy. If you say you're going to do it, it's better for you to roll the dice and spend $3,000 for production, had them cameras ready, if he's going to do it. And you know what happened? He fucking did it. Yeah. And you don't see, and I'm saying that's just a testament of our friendship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not just like, okay, you guys work that time, and we've done that. He does family trip. They're one of the best, I don't know if this answers your questions, but one of the best experiences with him, his family, and our whole Team Chappelle crew, we went to St. Martin, St. Bart. Just before he got fucked up.
Yeah.
You know, and Dave was like, he just wanted to do a little getaway for Team Chappelle. Cut to one of the biggest mansions in St. Martin, St. Bart.
Wow. Closest
friends, whatever. It was a good time. It was a good time to get away from the States. It was a good time. It was a holiday season. Dave is connected with the Nation of Islam. I quit.
Oh, wow.
The bacon. I was like, if we could have a bacon amnesty day, that would be one thing, but I just couldn't do it. I said, assalamu bacon. They was like, assalamu alaikum. But he rented this dope ass space, and it was the whole fucking crew. And it wasn't like, it was a turn up. And when you say turn, sometimes people think turn like, it was bitches turn, ooh. The dopest thing about it was everybody's family. It's me, nice. Stephanie, Austin, Corey Smith, Carla. We just had the crew. Mm-hmm. And we weren't balling. He was balling. But I was riding the ball. Pause, no Charlemagne. You know what I'm saying? And riding the ball is like, it's not being on somebody's dick, but here's riding the ball. He rented a yacht. I'm on a yacht, nigga. It's our yacht. That's our yacht. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I'm riding the ball, so it's yacht. They don't post nothing. They don't do that shit. It's yacht, nigga. I'm on hashtag yacht life.
Right.
Work hard, play hard. You know, don't forget where you came from. Like, I really paid for that motherfucker, right? And this is a funny story, and I've shared it before. So, he rented this dope ass yacht. We going from St. Martin to St. Bart's, right? St. Bart's is where Oprah got a house, Jordan got a house. And this time of year, all the billionaires, they go there.
Right.
So I'm like, this yacht life. I'm doing filters, like sunset filters. I think I did a pedicure. I was caring about my feet the way Scarface cares about his feet. Don't disrespect my toes like that. So I'm like, yacht life, boom. We go from St. Martin, we in St. Bart's. Bill Bellamy does this every year. We in St. Martin, we went from St. Martin, we in St. Bart, yacht life like this. I don't even want to go, I want to chill. So we get on a dinghy. The dinghy boat is the boat that takes you from your yacht to the boardwalk. Mm-hmm. So boom, we get in the dinghy and shit. Everybody got their kids and everything. We like this, and we going to meet Diddy.
Oh wow! Oh, Diddy was there. Oh,
what you mean? Oh wow!
You know it's turning out.
Do anybody ever say that? Oh, Ashley was there. Oh wow! So we going to see Diddy. I ain't tripping, but I ain't tripping. I met Diddy, whatever. This is Diddy.
Yeah.
Right? I did whatever. So yeah, they like, we gonna meet Diddy. I'm like, I ain't nobody tripping on Diddy. Let's go, nigga. Yacht life. So we walking down the boardwalk, right? And I'm hungry. I'm like, man, anybody hungry? They was like, yeah. I was like, man, I know we gonna meet Diddy, but let's go get something to eat. And I'm looking for a restaurant, right? I look over to the right. I was like, oh, shit, we should go in that restaurant, right? And we walked toward it. What I thought was the restaurant was the entrance to Diddy's super yacht, right? Super yacht.
I can imagine.
So, it was crazy. You know how people like, I don't like to ride boats because you get seasick. Not on this shit, nigga. You get homesick. Yo, so this joint was like hello pad and everything. And then Dave, we balled out with Dave. And I ain't, that's how women do. They be like this, oh, nigga, I see you with your little yacht, but this is a bigger yacht right here, right? I wasn't like that, but Dave was like this, damn you, Diddy! So we, and my lady was there. Austin's super young. Stephanie, she there. Austin's super young. And I'm like this, I'm a little something like, oh, we gonna meet Diddy. We gonna hang out with Diddy, whatever. So Diddy's taking a long time
to arrive.
He ain't arrived. He there, motherfucker.
Okay, he's there.
To just appear.
Okay.
Because some people need smoke screens and like take that. I thought he was gonna come in like
Diddy bopping.
Like I thought he was gonna come in like this, right? So he's taking a while and everything. The women are getting frustrated, right? All the moms, the wives, the baby moms, or whatever you want to call it, they getting a little frustrated. So they're like this. Oh, we're gonna go to the bar. We're gonna do a little shopping, right? Mm-hmm. And I ain't saying my lady is a hater, but this was so funny. So everybody leaving, going to the boardwalk. My Austin's like, oh, he's probably just walking. She was like this, oh, I'm going to go with the girls. She was like this, you want to watch Austin? I want to say, if you don't get that goddamn baby out my motherfucking face, I'm about to be a Ciroc boy. I'm about to be a bad boy. I'm be doing something, but I ain't going to be the only nigga in there with a kid. Like, let me be a man. Right. You know how niggas say, let me be a man. Please, baby, can I be a man for a second, please? And I was like, if you don't get that, baby. So she took him. She took him, right? So, and it's like, and it's one of the things like, man, it's only like 4 or 5 of us, right? So Diddy finally come out, and we at this table, this dope ass table and everything, and they having comment. French Montana was there, Diddy was there, Dave was there, Corey Smith was there, Fred Yonnet was there, and we're at the table, and these motherfuckers having all of these $1 million conversations. I was like, this, when you niggas gonna get around to the thousandaire conversation, man? I ain't joining none of this shit, right? Everybody's like, and I remember Diddy said, and Diddy was like, Dave was so prolific and all about the world and everything. And then Diddy was like, fuck that nigga, what about that Netflix money? Because this when Dave first caught them joints, and they joked about it. So he talking Netflix money, talking about billions of money. I'm like this, millions, I'm like this. Man, I ain't gonna be able to get in this conversation till they come back a couple more zeros, right? And I'm like this, I don't want to just be here. Yeah. I want to contribute to the conversation. Yeah. So, I don't know. I don't even know if it ever got released in the States, but he had a brand of vodka called Ciroc 10. Okay. And it was in this beautiful ass fucking bottle. Mm. It was a bottle that didn't look anything familiar to the brand he already had. Okay. It was just some like, oh shit, what is this? Right? So I'm like, everybody talking this $1 million shit, right? And I'm like this, I need a question. I'm trying to get this conversation, right? So I looked at, when the conversation kept skipping around me, it was like this, okay, 6 figure. It was like a 6 figure. Excuse me, nigga. And it kept going around me. They kept going 6s and 6s, right? So finally it was an opening. I was like, man, I'm not going to leave this place without saying something. So I was like this. So Diddy. I said, what makes this brand more superior than all your other Ciroc successful brands? Mm-hmm. I was like, oh shit. And I thought he was like, nigga, what kind of question? You know what he said? He said, he just started running out. He said, it's aged 10 years. He just started naming everything. I was like this, boom, I'm out. Yeah. I'm out of the conversation. So he's like this, you want to try something? I'm like, hell yeah, nigga, I want to try something. So I'm like, this vacation, the Ciroc 10. Shit's smooth as a motherfucker, right? And French Montana, who I'm a fan of. I'm a fan of French Montana to the extent that his nigga I ain't worried about nothing. Yeah. That was my That's your jam. That was my, that was my intro song for about a year. Yeah. So I'm like, this French did, Puffy did, and I'm like, oh shit. French, like he's a good time guy.
What does that mean, a good time guy?
I'm sweating. Ooh.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm not saying that.
He likes to party.
He's like to party. This is vacation, right? Yeah. And then it's like, I like to have fun at times. Mm-hmm. So, one thing led to another.
Oh, God.
And all I know, I was like this. Ain't worried about nothing.
Nigga ain't worried about nothing. I mean, nigga ain't worried about nothing.
Hey,
It's fucking the party. It's like, and the dopest thing about this whole fucking weekend is that it's not like anybody at the door who listens to you on. If anybody is there, they are influential and it's family. Like if it's one, like this is like I could tell the people that it was star-studded with friends.
Right.
It was like just a good time, having a good time, and I was like, hey, I got lit. Right. Here comes Stephanie again. They came back from the trip. Now it's just all men, 4 or 5 of us. We have a good conversation. Now she coming up. Now she got Austin on her shoulder, on her hip, like. He's the heaviest thing
in the world.
Right? And I'm telling you, I'm not front. I'm on holiday. Your holiday means you can take. I'm not on vacation, nigga. I'm on holiday. Holiday is different. I'm on holiday. I'm like this. It ain't nobody mad. Nobody mad. I'm on holiday like this. Right? I'm on holiday. And then she comes back up, right? I'm like, what do you do? Now she got Austin on the hip. And she talking about, you need to drink some water. I'm like this. I thought I was drinking water for the last hour and a half. That Ciroc 10 was so fire.
Ooh.
And I was the life of the party after that.
Wow.
We eating lamb chops and shit. Russell Simmons is over there talking about, motherfucker, you all right? And like it was just a dope ass night. And I was still a little like inebriated, right? Mm-hmm. So I didn't know. I didn't want the party to end. Everybody's like leaving, right? I got flip-flops on, ain't no lotion on my shit. And R.I.P. Kim Porter. Per usual. R.I.P. Kim Porter was there, right? And I'm telling her, and I was like a little bit like this, right? Mm-hmm. And she was like, you need to you gonna get on your boat. Right? We're gonna get you a boat. I thought she meant like they had like Uber boats out there.
Yeah.
Like I was telling Dave, yo, Dave, you want to stay? I'm staying, man. I'm like, we turn it up. And he was like, man, if you don't get your ass in the boat, I was like, no. Puffy got a boat for me. And Kim, Corey Smith could tell you a story. So Kim, I would call him. So Kim was like, I thought she was alluding to like, they're going to give me a boat. I could just hang out as long as I want to give me a boat back. Cut to, they poured me into the boat.
Oh, damn.
I went there with 2 flip-flops. I left with 1. But I had, man, I was like, this is what holiday is all about, right?
So was it you had your own personalized boat, like a little mini? Like...
No. I thought that they was gonna give me a boat to get back. They was she was saying, nigga, you better get this dinghy back to your shit. And I know I had a good time, but I was like this, man, if there's any time to like really cut up like that and it feels safe, it's around your family and your friends. Mm-hmm. You know, and the next day I was so nervous about it because I got yelled at all night. I was like, who the fuck yells during a fucking vacation on a fucking island with a private it just didn't make sense where the beef was coming from. So next day I'm by the pool, granted, and Dave was there, right? And I didn't know, you know how you know you did something, but you gotta hear what people are saying?
Yeah.
Right? So you don't know.
After a wild night.
So I was like, I said, yeah, Dave, word on the street is somebody might have had 1 too many. He was like, yeah, nigga, you was fucked up, but you was funny as shit and you had a good time.
That's all that
and
matters.
And that's all that mattered. That was one experience with him that meant a lot to me because it wasn't like people look at our lives and like, oh, y'all turn up. It's bitches everywhere. It's always going to be bitches around, whatever. But for me, that experience with him, with his entire family, me with my entire family, and the whole family structure thing for me was new. And everybody was close and we was all there, family having a good time. That was a very memorable moment that I had with Dave. That I'll never forget.
Yay.
Another moment is when Charlie Murphy passed.
Oh.
We went to the funeral. And, you know, we're comedians first and foremost. And people look at us. It don't matter. A situation can be tragic. Mm-hmm. They look at us funny. And then they look sad. But they always look at us for comedy. Like even when we went to Charlie Murphy's funeral, it was funny because me and Dave were sitting beside each other, And he looked at me. He was like, I ain't used to this. What do we do?
Yeah. It must be awkward.
It was awkward because people expect you to be funny all the time.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. We weren't. Neither one of us was trying to be funny, and he wasn't trying to be funny. But he was like, what do I do?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, whatever you do, your Dave Chappelle is going to be done the way you do it.
Yeah.
Cedric was there. D.L. Hewley was there. George Lopez was there. It was just so many people that was really close to Charlie. And then me and Dave went up there. And of course, like you see Dave, you just want to laugh. And he said some things that made people feel good and laugh. But he said something. He said, you're going to be in a good place. Your father was a great man. You're going to carry a lot of his ethics and his life with you. Mm-hmm. And he said, your father changed my life forever.
Wow.
With one phrase, I'm Rick James, bitch. That part of that show, you know?
Yeah.
And it was like, the way he addressed it, it was just so dope because we were all hurting, you know? But the only thing we wanted was just to continue the good memories of Charlie and what he meant to us.
Yeah. You
know, I've never heard anybody say this phrase, more gangster than my father, a real nigga. Mm-hmm. And people gonna be like, what do you mean using that word? You can't use that word, this. And when I think about Charlie Murphy and I think about the relationship I had with him, I can honestly say, and I don't care who criticized what I'm gonna say, whatever, that was my motherfucking nigga. Yeah. You know? He was a good dude. Like, they don't build people like that no more. Integrity. Hold you down. If he love you, he love you. If he don't fuck with you, he don't fuck with you. And he can flip on you if he gets upset.
Has he ever been upset with you?
I'm gonna tell you one time when we've had like roasting sessions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We go back and forth, but the only time that I really felt that Charlie was upset with me to the point that he wanted to fight, it was when we was doing and I love that brother, man. Still love him to this day. RIP again. We were doing the lost episodes. The lost episodes is when Dave left, and we didn't know. Well, nobody heard from Dave. We didn't know what next move was to do, and we both. You remember that?
Yeah.
And we were both looking at like, hey, what's our last opportunity to get as much out of this as we can? It was out of no disrespect or anything that Dave called us and said, "This is my belief. I don't believe in this. I don't want to do this. You guys don't do it." I would have never done it.
Right.
But not knowing, I was like, "This, okay. What can we do to get the last thing you can get out of it?" So, I was like, "This, we ain't Chappelle show."
Yeah.
And I was like, the hardest thing for us to do, like, Chappelle show, and just see anybody but Dave come out that curtain, it was like, and I told him, I was like, I don't want to act like we're replacing or anything. And it was so funny because Charlie was like, I didn't really want to do this. This is tough. And I was like, fuck that, nigga. I need all the camera time I can get. That was a joke of it. But the part where the first time Charlie he was mad at me, because Charlie wore glasses. But he was trying to be sexy at the same time. He was trying to be sexy. He got his new teeth and all that type of shit, right? He wore glasses. And he was trying to read the teleprompter without his glasses, right? And he was trying to read it, and he was like this. He was like this, and he was trying to wing it, right? And we kept on like, cut. We had to start over and shit. And he was like, okay. And I could tell he was feeling insecure about it. And I had to do something to save the section. I wanted to get a laugh because there wasn't nobody laughing for a long time. That nigga's like a gangster, Gusto.
Right.
You like this, that nigga about to fucking beat somebody's ass, right? So everybody was like uncomfortably like this. Oh, this nigga blind as a motherfucker, right? And I said, nigga, put your glasses on. And he was like this, right? He still couldn't see, right? Neil Brennan could contest this. Yeah, he's like, okay, so we got to go to the next scene or whatever. We go behind the stage. this nigga's mad as shit at me. Because he thought I embarrassed him.
Yeah.
That nigga did like this. He said, nigga, if you ever disrespect me like that again, he said, I don't give a fuck about this show or nothing. And I'm like this. And I want to be like, nigga, I don't give a fuck about that either. But I knew we'd have been fighting.
Right.
Right? I knew it. So I was just like, I walked away from it. And Neil Brennan, white people don't understand. Like, they're like, are you guys okay? Are you guys about to do a rap song? They don't understand. But, like, I chill. I ain't saying who would have won the fight or whatever. Nigga, no martial arts and all that type of shit. But I knew that it wasn't the time to address it. And it was going to be ugly because them cameras was right. Like, that would have been funny as shit. They was like this, they got a real true Hollywood story going on right now. But that, like, I had, I'll talk about that show forever.
Yeah.
People try to make me feel bad about it.
Fuck
People,
them. That was the best show ever. One of the best shows ever. That was my teenage years.
Like, now you always try to make me feel old.
Well, what I'm saying is, like, for me, people my age, that was all television. That's all we cared about. Like, we would go to school and watch the Chappelle show, period. Like,
you know that show, when it happened, that we were getting kids suspended because they was going to school. Like, what did the five fingers say to his face? Pop!
Yeah,
I'm Rick James, bitch.
That's what we was doing. Like,
you know, and I know it's so weird because I hear people there and I'll say like this, yo, I grew up with you. Like, you right now, you was like, that's your child. I'm like, I still consider you a child. Like a daughter to me. But it's interesting, as much as people want to be like, oh, these are the haters. Is there anything else?
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, no, it's just that as much as I want to, like, put it behind me, because of social media, because of memes, because of, like, shit going viral, it always pops up. Mm-hmm. And all I do is have fucking pleasant memories of that show. And people are always like, you guys need to do it again.
Nah.
It wouldn't hit
the same.
And, like, the thought of it, before Charlie passed away, the thought of it was like, that would be cool. Even if it was like, say like a 20-year anniversary, which won't be too far from now, that would be dope. But the fact that Charlie wouldn't be there, it would be some emptiness to it.
Yeah.
And like, for me, like, I was first introduced to Charlie through Chappelle show. I didn't know too much about him other than Gusto or whatever. Didn't know like that. But what I felt was a guy that had lived a life. Eddie Murphy in the 80s was the biggest name in comedy. A person that lived a life.
Yeah.
A person that partied with Rick James.
Shit.
Probably back then, probably smashed. Shit niggas would dream about.
Right.
Can you imagine that you're in the United States Navy and you're a couple years into being in the Navy and your brother is the biggest name in comedy.
Right.
You know how you trying to get kicked out? You're like, yo, Captain, shut the fuck up. I do what the fuck I want to do. Trying to get up. Can you imagine that? You being an older brother. Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Being proud of him. You know what I'm saying? And then you come out of the military and his security. You know what I'm saying? You part of him. Your brother gonna find any job for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Being a part of that. And at the same time, you still want to be an individual.
Yeah.
But you're Eddie Murphy's brother. No way around it. But the one thing I respect about Charlie, because I've seen families get divided because they, fuck that, y'all tripping off of that.
Yeah.
You could tell he never gave a fuck about that.
And he always individual.
It's an individual swag.
It's individual
you could tell that, like, I've been around him and his family, and you could tell being around him that when they were growing up, he was the funniest one. You know what I'm saying? He was the funniest one, and I may be wrong, but I get the feeling that Eddie used to look at him like, oh man, Uncle Charlie, not Uncle Charlie, but Charlie, he funny as shit. But I'm the performer.
Right.
I'm the one that's I want to put up, Charlie, like, I'm gonna take that shit.
Yeah.
You know, you imagine going from that's who you are, but you know that you could do it.
Yeah.
But Can you imagine you're an older person coming under the shadow of your younger brother, but you don't want to fuck the boat up? You ain't gonna do nothing crazy. That's what I felt on that set, was that he was waiting to really make his mark.
Right.
He was like, I got it. I can write. I'm gonna make my mark, and that's what he did. He took advantage of it. He was such a humble guy. He's always got a gangster persona, but he was just surreal and all he wanted to do was contribute.
Yeah.
He was a writer. He was a performer. He was a motherfucker that cared about his friends, his family. And I've said this before, but the dopest thing about the relationship that Charlie Murphy, for me, that had with the Chappelle show, when he passed away, you didn't hear anybody say Eddie Murphy's brother passed away.
Right.
Charlie Murphy. And in his death, he had his name.
Yeah.
And he was, man, when I tell you about roasting sessions, he had the chin of a Mexican fighter. Mexicans get the shit beat up. They will never quit. They will never quit. That dude would never, ever quit. We had a roasting battle when we came back, I don't know, it was season 2 or whatever, and me and Charlie was going at it.
Yeah.
And the thing about it was, like, I used to get under his skin, but he would not let you know when he was killing him. He'll just be like this, straight face. But then this one, you know, you got him when he laughed like this. When he said, "Ah!" When he ever leaned like that, it was just like. And then Rich Murphy was over there like this. Oh, you cracked him. But a positive brother, dopest shit. Charlie Murphy did some shit one time I would never do. This nigga gave back money. It was a show at Grambling University.
Yeah.
Right? And this one, he was only doing comedy probably like 8 or 9 months. But it was all Charlie Murphy, Charlie Murphy, Charlie Murphy, Charlie Murphy, Charlie Murphy, getting money everywhere. And he was at Grambling University. And Charlie, he didn't work, like when he first started, he started like he was already into mainstream.
Right.
That's what that audience drew. It wasn't no go hard, no gangster spots. He didn't do those spots. That's not where he learned. In fact, he learned, I don't know if anybody can imagine this, being an open micer that's selling out across the country.
Oh, wow.
So any mistake, I started him. I bullied him into comedy. Nigga, you gangster, but you won't touch that microphone because after the show went away, we still need to make money. I was like, let's do the I'm Rich Bitch tour. Me, Charlie Murphy, Bill Burr. I knew I had to get him on board. And he wasn't great when he first started. Yeah. But I don't know if anybody can imagine. Usually it takes a comedian probably like 3 years to develop where they start getting their voice. Mm-hmm. He had to figure that shit out quick. Immediately. Never bitched about it. Everybody's like this. You're not your brother. You need to do this. You do that. He committed to his style. He didn't wait for anybody. He stayed true to who he was and made him one of the dopest storytellers to do it. Wow. He wasn't searching for a punchline. He was not searching, but he was just showing you what his real voice was. But with that said, like, you still got to get your chops up. You don't have to, but being in them hood rooms, they make you stronger. Right. Charlie never really did that. He never really performed for an audience that didn't love him, where he could have the undivided attention. Grambling University, he was on the show, and it didn't work out. It was on TMZ or whatever. He got booed or whatever. But I watched the tape, and I know why he got booed, because you were at Grambling University, you're in an auditorium, nobody's sitting down, they're standing up. It's like pep rally environment, like oof, oof, oof. And you got a person just telling stories. It's so easy to lose their attention. Right. So the environment is different than... The environment is different. It's like, and I knew that. I was like, ooh, that's not going to be a good look, right? This motherfucker was so gangster. He said, you know what I'm going to tell y'all about y'all motherfuckers? The motherfucker went and got Rich to give him the check. I think the check was for like 20 grand, right? This nigga ripped the check up. This was before online banking. This is before taking pictures of that shit, nigga. That nigga threw that check. I was like this in my mind. I was like, nigga, we gonna glue that shit together. But he was a person that didn't compromise, and he never compromised who he was, and he was a dope motherfucker. And you can't say that about too many people.
Nobody feels, Charlie Murphy pulled a stunt on him, whatever. Basically, come here for a second. Bring that check over here. Where's the check? Yes, give it to me. Give me the check. You watch what I'm getting ready to do. All right, this is you guys' money, right? That y'all paid for Charlie Murphy to come see y'all, right? Y'all can have it back. Good night. Fuck you.
You know, and Charlie Murphy was one of them. That's why when I go to different places, people are like, do you ever get tired of talking about that? I'll never get tired of talking about people that are close to me and people I respect and love. Those two guys, along with other people, but it's just something like we made history together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We created opportunities. We fucking paying for Austin's private preschool through not the show, but the platform is created for people to see what I do. Like when you first was on my jock, it was because of...
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
No truth to that?
No truth to that, Donnell. You tell this story horribly. Horribly. When we met...
There's that one time you were not like...
Nope.
You ain't never punch a girl, touch a girl like this. Girl, that is it. I can introduce y'all.
No, that was never the time. We ended up working together on BET Rip the Runway. That's how we reconnected after the stand-up. We worked together on BET Runway. And
you remember that?
I remember that. I have pictures.
You know why?
Why?
That's what called being smitten is.
Oh, whatever, Donnell.
So, I know it's never been that, but I like to say that. For my ego, I like to say
You
that.
know I love you, though.
I love you, too.
I love your shirt. I love your hoodie, actually.
Why?
Old school.
Because
it represents...
Why that's the first thing you saw?
It represents... No, it's a good thing. I love... Yeah.
It's Wild and Out.
Okay.
People been asking me for years, you should be on Wild and Out. You should be on Wild and Out. I was like, nigga, you see this shit? This ain't Wild and Out. My nephew should be on Wild and Out. And I was never was excited about being on a show. I never even tried to be on a show. And I knew back in the day it was a good platform. A lot of people came up off of that. Avion Crockett, if I'm not mistaken. Corey Holcomb. There was a platform for him. Spanky, D. Ray Davis. It was like the hot show. Everybody wants to be. I never want to be a part of it because I don't really like the roast because I take it. I'm too sensitive. I was trying to start a fight, and I will.
Really? I didn't think you were sensitive. I know you go hard, but I don't think you would like.
I mean, I just don't
really
like the roasted
head.
shit. I fucking fought because of fucking not being able to take a joke. Somebody told me today, how you a comedian, you can't take a joke? I'm like, that's just it. Austin wants to do comedy. He wants to do it. And I'm excited about Austin possibly doing it. But I'm not because that nigga can't take a joke.
Oh.
Like, you pick a joke, he don't like nobody make fun of him. I'm like, oh, you need to quit. The same way I told you need to quit when you first tried it. If you can't take a joke, you need to quit. But I never pursued Wild and Out. I knew it was one of the things could be like, oh, the millennials like you or whatever. Never pursued it. And this last year, my agent, they was like, oh, we got to offer you for Wild and Out. I was like, I ain't trying to fucking Wild Out. And it was like, but they're doing like a old school versus new school.
Oh, perfect.
That's why
for you.
You so happy? It was old school versus new school, right? And I was like, oh, I could do that. It'll be fun. It'll be like a novelty or whatever. And I was like, I'm excited about doing it. But I'm going to tell you about these new school motherfuckers. They don't give a fuck about Chappelle show. Them niggas was coming so hard at me. And the worst thing about it, I can handle that, but the worst thing about it was that the audience is filled with like a lot of people that's close to their age and everything, right? Man, they was hating on me so hard. I tell a joke, they was like this. The little younger tell a joke, they was like this. But it was fun. Peter Guns was on that show. Peter Guns represented. He's a.
No,
what do you mean like an old head? What the fuck is an old head?
Old school, old head. You.
Seasoned.
Okay. Seasoned. Well seasoned.
Well done. Okay. Peter Guns is well done. It was Peter Guns and Corey Guns, and I was on the old school side, and it was just like this. I was like, oh, these motherfuckers really not gonna laugh at none of my jokes.
Damn.
But I kept coming, And Jess Hilarious was on the.
Okay, she's funny. I like
She's
her.
funny. I like her too. I like her a lot. She's dope. But we got to the battle part, and I'm not gonna spoil it or whatever. But me and Jess kind of went at it,
Okay.
and the youngest was killing us into that last battle,
Ooh,
and I brought the whole team back.
good.
And I felt good about doing that show for a lot of reasons. One reason, it was shot at the Tyler Perry Studios.
Oh, that's dope. I heard it was incredible.
Oh my God. Tyler Perry. It was Tyler Perry Studios. So I was just, and no matter what you think about Tyler Perry, how you feel, when to drive through those gates and see this studio, right? And I know, like, especially in the black community, they always say they trying to disrespect black men, trying to discard masculinity. They're trying to put black. They always talk about, yeah, they always want a black man to wear a dress.
Yeah.
And I looked around that studio, I was like, nigga, a dress bought all of this shit. That was off the heels of Medea.
Sign me up.
And I was so I ain't on the dress shit, but
No, I know.
but it was like it was so dope to be a part to see that. I've never been there before. To see that and to also know that it was a black studio and it was black production and it was a black creative show. It was just like blackness everywhere.
Black excellence.
Black excellence. And I'm a promoter of black excellence. I'm a promoter of black love. I'm a promoter of black everything. But I will say this, I get a little upset when people are just like, it's just only black. It's only black.
What do you mean?
What I mean is that with like some people that just like have no regard for white people. No regard for.
But is it's okay to celebrate black?
No, I'm not
excellence?
saying it's not okay to celebrate black. But what I'm saying is that there are freedom fighters out there. There are white people that were down with the civil rights movement just as much as black people. I'm not saying one outweighs the other, but I do know that if it wasn't for freedom fighters and a lot of white folks, that I personally don't think the civil rights movement would have went as far as, because somebody had to get the marching permits. Niggas wasn't getting no marching permits back then. Come on.
You're onto something, yeah.
It's the truth. And I'm not saying like, what I'm saying is like, I'm true to myself, I'm true to being black, whatever. But I know that back then until this day, there are people outside of your background and your color that contribute to your movement and the progression of it. That's what I'm trying to say. I celebrate black, but I don't shit on all white.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was in love with a white chick.
So are you all lives matter or Black Lives Matter?
Black lives matter,
Yes.
and then all lives is directly right behind it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because that I, as a black person, have issues that a lot of people don't have. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know that we've been suppressed. I know that we've been through a lot of things. I know Jewish people have been through a lot of things. I understand that Black lives matter first because I'm black, but all lives matter right after that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes no sense. I don't even know if that makes, I don't know if there's anything to celebrate or anything, but that's just how I
That's
feel.
how you feel.
You know, and then when you really break it down, we should break it down to the point of like this. You got good people and bad people. That can come in any color or race. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one to just say, fuck all white people.
Right.
And I'm not one to say, I love all black people. But black is priority first for me.
Okay.
And I have friends that share that same sentiment. As much as people, Dave Chappelle, like Monique. Remember the Monique stuff was going down? And Monique was saying that she feels like she should get as much as Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock and these guys or whatever. And people play the fence that yay, nay, or whatever. And it's so funny. And I'm telling you the dopeness about my friend and his character. is that when it's going down and people was like this, did you hear what Monique said? And she was trying to diss you, whatever. And Dave told me, he said, man, I root for her because she's black. Example of how Black Lives Matter first.
So back to the
But then after that, he's like that. Fuck that, she had to say that part. But
right.
yeah, I mean, it's like, it's okay and it's good to, it's great. And you should be proud to be black. But at the same time, we got to realize that there's a lot of people that contribute to equality with everybody. That's how I feel.
With you. Can you tell us about the rest of the Tyler Perry experience?
The Tyler Perry experience was just dope. Just going through there like, this motherfucker got a fucking black White House. A White House.
Oh yeah.
It was just, for me to go through there, and this is fairly new at the time, to see the sound stages, names like Harry Belafonte, Oprah Winfrey, and all these things. I just looked at that like, people talk shit about him, but it made me feel, this may be crazy. I won't compare it, but I'll just give you an example. For so many years, black community, always have an excuse about something.
Yeah.
I don't believe in excuses. You hear this, you've heard this, you probably don't know this. We ain't gonna ever have no black surgeons. We have black surgeons.
Right.
We ain't gonna have no black astronauts. We have black astronauts. We ain't gonna have no black fucking golf champs. We have all that. The last excuse niggas had was, we ain't gonna never have no black president.
And look at us.
We got a black president.
Right.
So I use that as an example of no excuses. And when Barack Obama was in office, I mean, all black people didn't love Barack Obama.
Yeah.
I've been in barbershop like this, man, this motherfucker said, man, what the fuck did Barack Obama do for the black community? I said, he won, nigga. Yo, he won. Did you vote for him just because he's black? Yep. Nigga, I ain't give a fuck if he's a good president. I want him to be a black president.
Right.
So now we don't have no excuses for anything. And what I'm saying, there's no comparison, or there's some parallels with, and I'm not equating Tyler Perry with Obama, but when you see a person that started from where he came from, the Chitlin circuit, the person that was doing the black praise, Mama Train, girl, that type of stuff. It's almost like, the ones that was doing the plays, it was like, it was almost like the Popeyes chick lady. Girl, you gonna love matching with lemonade sponsors, child. I know that's like they come from that, from like people not understanding. You writing your shit, you living in your fucking car.
Yeah. You
going from city to city to go from that. Build your brand. When you got people shitting on you, when you proud to be a black director, a black actor, a black fucking millionaire, possibly a billionaire, and then you got the likes of like Spike Lee that's like shitting on you. All you trying to do is win. Okay, Spike, I know you upset, nigga, but they don't want to see your movies, nigga. And they do, but they don't support it like that. So don't knock me as another black man. You know what I'm saying? You see that. And I know Tyler Perry been in his car a lot, like, just watch, fuck him, they think this, fuck that, blah, blah, blah. And to see him go from the same way you came from New York, the same way I came from New York, trying to get something. You don't know what the fuck is going to happen. When you say you was moving to New York, I said I was moving to New York, we didn't know what the fuck was going to be next.
We just...
You had a car from your cousin, with some old tires in the back seat. Yo, but you kept a smile on your face. We didn't know what was gonna happen, but we knew what we was fucking going for.
Right.
So if people try to shit on Tyler Perry, fucking get that motherfucker his roses right now. And that was the most impressive thing. When I went through them gates, I'm like, this nigga was living in his fucking car. He got no from everybody. When Main Street didn't accept him, do you know that nigga fight? Main Street didn't fuck with him. You know what? And this is what a lot of people can't do. He figured out how to make money off of black people. Main Street don't fuck with y'all. Fuck that. My niggas going somewhere. And they did.
Yeah.
And they did. They supported him. the black people supported Tyler Perry, and people can say why he doing so and so, and he never turned his. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. He never turned his back on those people that support him. He always gave them the shit they like. That's why he did Medea. That's why he continued to do Medea.
Yeah.
Then I said, you a millionaire? You still doing it? Yeah, nigga. I started from this shit.
That's what they liked. That's the demographic.
I started from this. I'm not gonna forget them people. And now look what he's doing. He's in everything. The motherfucker got his own studio. like they say that this is like his studio. You could take 5 studios in California and put it in his one studio. And I see a person. I say this all the time. This is not even a funny shot. They are no motherfucking excuses. A good excuse and a bad excuse is still a fucking excuse. Everybody ain't built to be tough. Everybody ain't built to go get through this corona shit. Niggas is quick to quit. Oh, I'm a little. You know what? It's a lot of niggas still working.
Facts.
Hello? What was that?
I said facts.
No, before the facts.
It was a cough. It was a cough. I tried to say it off.
Yo, hey, what the fuck are we doing? Sound the alarm, son. What the fuck? Okay, this is what I want to say. In closing, I don't even know. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to recap everything. I'm going to recap from never want to do a podcast to want to do a podcast. People encourage me to do a podcast to saying fuck a podcast.
I have the cough.
Nigga. Yo, put your mask on, motherfucker. Put your mask on. Okay, this is what I want to say. This is, people always say it's a podcast. I don't consider this a podcast. This is a reality show about a podcast. From the inception of it to where we're in the middle of it. This is, I don't even know what it is. We're almost hitting like, what is this, 19th or the 20th episode? But I will say this. I'm enjoying this ride. I'm enjoying the feedback that I'm getting from the audience. I'm enjoying it in the darkest moments and the best moments right now. Am I an essential worker? Yes, I am. Because it's my job to make you motherfuckers laugh, make you think. And it's always on the Donnell Rawlings show. A joke can be too soon, but it can never be too soon for a funny observation. The Donnell Rawlings show, bitch. Drop it.
Yeah, 1 2 1 2. Get Right is the nigga. And yes, he's homeless. But before the COVID-19, nigga, you was homeless. Now you in the house, mad with a grudge. Trying to disrespect my man. Who are you to judge? He gives me inspiration and makes me feel good. I think part of it is because I know he represents the hood. Never bitch, never complain. Sometimes outside in the rain. Raindrops keep falling on his motherfucking head. Be thankful for every day, every breath, because nigga, you could be dead. Ask Fred. The God, he represented the streets. But sometimes God says, it's time for you and I to meet. Some niggas think I'm crazy and like to call me Ash.